All right, guys, welcome back to Undisputed Interviews, episode 30. This is the 30th episode. You guys asked for it, and I got the interview. Today's guest is UFC lightweight veteran Drew Dober. How are you today, sir?
What up, guys? I'm good, good. Just finish up enjoying some off season. Now we're
Yeah.
we're excited to get something scheduled.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you say that because there's a rumor going around that you're fighting, I believe his name is Zhu Rong, August 23rd in China. Is that true? Are you able to say if that's true or false?
I mean, as of right now, there's no talks on my end about it, but I saw the rumor as well, and look, that would be exciting. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, unfortunately, that offer has not came across my table yet.
I mean, is there anybody you want? Like when you look at the lightweight rankings, is there like someone you're like, ooh, that could be my next opponent, an ideal opponent?
I mean, I'm always eyeballing fights that are like fighters are up and coming. I mean, honestly, Jared Gordon just came off of that knockout against Thiago Moises, and that would
Yeah.
be a really fun one. I've always wanted to have, another veteran and Jim Miller. That would be a fun one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at since I'm on an unfortunate three-fight losing streak. We gotta get back in the W column, and I want to find kind of like another veteran to do that with. And man, the lightweight roster is full of them. So
Yeah. Was there any talks at all of you even fighting in China, or was that just random that you saw? Like when you saw that, what was your reaction?
I mean, honestly, it was completely random. So
Oh
like
wow.
when you saw it, your reaction was probably the same as mine. I'm like, oh really? And I'm like, oh, actually, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it. I was like, that's so random. I was like, that's just a random fight to happen. I was not expecting that. Like when you said, like when you were teasing fight news the other day, I was like, oh, it's probably like someone like Mauricio Rufy or someone that has a name value. Wrong Zoo. I was like, oh, all right, I'm down for it. It was just
Right,
random.
right. I mean, I heard was it Rufy's now fighting one of the a contender. Who do we see his announcement? Who is he fighting next?
Oh, I don't. I haven't seen a fight announcement though.
Really?
I haven't seen one.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to the lightweight division to kind of see like where things go.
Yeah.
How far does Michael Chandler drop? And if I could get that fight, that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, people have been fantasizing that matchup for a while, I think.
Right, right. But I got to get back in the win column
Yeah,
to start calling some people out. So as of right now, it's like, yeah, I'll fight whoever.
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people, a lot of MMA fighters say if they're coming off a loss, they can't really call their shot. But also, like, with people like you being a veteran, fighting the up and comers, fighting whoever been put in front of you, I feel like you should have like a little say. You should be like, man, I want to fight
Yeah,
someone too. I want to fight a
right. I
veteran.
mean, I think I had my coaches like make a list of names of guys that I would fight, send that over to the UFC. Actually, you know what? Why don't we're gonna bring up that list right now?
All right.
Let's see here. Are Hey, sorry, I checked out.
All right. So, yes, you good. You good.
Um, yeah, so as of right now, I got it's like Jared Gordon was one of them. Drakkar Close was another guy
Okay.
on that list. A couple like other guys that I've like not really heard anything about of. Yeah, yeah. I mean, with the contender series and the top contender like China, and plus these all these new fighters coming in and out of the UFC, it's hard to keep track. And so I know like the veterans, I know the guys like up at the top that I would love to
Yeah.
fight, but where I'm at now, it's kind of you know names are just going in and out, and whoever the UFC wants to part me up against.
Was Yoel Alvarez one of them?
Y'all, Albert. Oh, actually, yeah. But I also heard that he's talking about moving up to 170.
Yeah, but I think the UFC said no. I believe the UFC like are like doing something for him, so he stays at 55 is what I heard.
Yeah, interesting. I'm intrigued. Like on my end, I mean, there's so many moving parts, and plus the UFC doesn't really tell you what they want.
Yeah,
So like another guy is like Michael Johnson. I think he's another guy that's like we're in the same kind of boat and stuff like that.
I think
So
he's fighting
I
Zell Huber.
was he fine? I heard dude, honestly, I ran into Zell Huber, and I heard he was calling him out, and then the UFC were kind of like was debating it. Is it official yet?
So from what I know, it was official for International Fight Week, and then it wasn't official, and then now it's rumored for 319. So I'm just like,
Oh, so we're in the same boat. I
yeah,
saw
I'm
that
like, it was
rumor. I
official
saw it
then
was official,
unofficial.
and then they pulled it. I'm like, I don't know. But I ran into Zell Huber on Friday, and I was like, so you got to fight? And he goes, I got to fight. I'm like, are you allowed to tell me? He goes, I can't say yet. And I was like, all right. So like, I think it's Johnson, but who
Yeah, I would
knows?
assume so. I would assume so because didn't they just have an interaction at the Apex?
I think
I
so.
I think so. I think so. Hoover was like on commentary for one of the fight nights, and Michael Johnson was like trying to get him to talk to him. I
Oh, I
think.
saw it. And then did you see Zell Huber like posted that like that highlight reel of like Michael Johnson and like he was just talking some trash.
Yeah, I saw him post a thing too of Johnson getting KO'd by Ferreira. I think
That was it. That was it.
I
It was
was
like a
like,
highlight of Johnson getting KO'd,
I was
and
like, dang, that's crazy. Why would you? That's crazy.
it's outrageous. But yeah. So who knows? The only thing I'm trying to push for it is like, man, that China flight would be awful. Like it's so
Yeah.
long, and I'd be cutting weight. So like I'm not trying to fly like 16 plus hours to China. So I would like to get on that pay-per-view in Chicago.
Is that 319? No, that's not 319. I think that's 318.
Possibly. I can't remember the number of it, but I'm like, who's in Chicago that I could fight to kind of push that? But I'm a favorite in the Midwest. Like I'm from
Yeah.
Nebraska. So Chicago's close enough, so maybe I could be the favorite and someone else can fly in and fight me.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you should just like I think some veterans. I know some veterans are like, geez. Some veterans are like, oh, I just want exciting fights. I'm at the point in my career, like screw the ranking, screw the belt. I think Nate Diaz and Tony Ferguson were definitely some of those people. Do you kind of think like that? Is your goal still let's get the belt?
I mean, as of right now, like I fought Islam. He's a pain in the ass, and,
Yeah,
and, and plus, like the top of the lightweight division is so bottlenecked. It's like I got Gaethje, we got Taporia coming up, we got so and so, this and that. Gamrot's always like in and out. So, I try not to think about it. Like as much as I would love it, like it's so out of reach for me right now that I was like, then let's just have exciting fights.
yeah.
And let me get the next one, win in spectacular fashion, get a knockout, beat Dustin Poirier for that knockout record, and let's keep doing these entertaining fights. And
Leave Dustin Poirier's record alone. I love Poirier. Leave it
I love
alone.
Poirier too, man. I honestly thought like let's break this tie and fight each other, but it's just
Nah.
kind of one of those like, what's your prediction against Poirier and Holloway?
I got Poirier by KO. I'm always every fight for Poirier. I'm just gonna say Poirier by KO because I love Poirier.
Yeah. Man, I mean, it's definitely a difficult one in comparison to like when they fought last. I mean, Holloway took that fight in short notice. Like, I don't think he was prepared to fight at 155.
Yeah,
So Poirier's shots were like landing harder. But then you watch Poirier or Holloway against Gaethje, and he like was able to move and take those shots. So I
yeah.
think with a little bit like now, since he's like an actual officially a 55er, I think he's going to cause a lot of problems for Poirier.
Yeah, I mean, I love Holloway too, but he just coming off a knockout loss. I kind of hope Elite Poirier really did damage his chin so Poirier can win
Yeah.
because it's his retirement fight and Poirier's my
Here,
favorite fighter.
here's my like. I don't think Holloway's gonna be shooting for any takedowns, but what if Poirier can jump a gilly, get a gilly for his retirement fight, and then I break that knockout record?
I would
I think
scream so loud.
ideally in a picture perfect world, I think man Poirier by guillotine would be beautiful for me.
He better he has to get a guillotine because he almost lost to what's his name Benoit because of guillotines.
No, I know, right? Like
He
let's
almost
finish
lost.
one already.
Yeah, yeah, he finished one on Dan Hooker, but it didn't even count.
Oh, I know, right?
I was like, dang, how like what? Dan Hooker's so crazy.
Oh man.
Your last fight, right? Against Manuel Torres in Mexico City didn't go your way. It didn't go very long. And I know after the fight, after the stoppage, like right after you were confused. What were you completely out and you just didn't understand what was happening, or did you think you were still with it? What was going through your head right after?
Oh yeah. So yeah, the story is is the ref and I were like talking in the back, and like we do a fighters meeting like
Yeah.
in the back with the refs like every single fight. And so I told the ref, I was like, "You've seen me fight before, like let me fight." And he was like, "I got you," right? And then of
Okay.
course I've never been like finished like that before in my career, so ref was just doing like what we talked about, and he was like letting me fight. But no, after the first or second hammer fist to like, what you consider like the back of my head or whatever,
Yeah.
I was out.
Oh.
Like the lights were on, but nobody was home, and I was just like hanging onto his leg. So in my perspective, he hit me with a good 1-2. I fell backwards. I shot for a takedown because I didn't want the dude on top of me.
Yeah.
And then I shot for a takedown, and then the next thing I knew, his leg was gone. And like I got up, and I was like, I thought we were still fighting. I was like, where is he at? Where is he at? And like the referee kept touching me. I was like, get off me! Where's my opponent? And it wasn't until I saw my corner, and like they gave me like the "it's over, bud." I'm like,
Oh.
what happened? But yeah, it was. My lights went out after like the first or second hammer fist.
I mean, were you expecting him to hit that hard, considering like you fought John Silva and like we know he's a beast, and you took pretty much all them shots.
Yeah, I mean, I knew he was going to hit hard because the guy was what he has 5 fights in the UFC, and like he's knocked out like 4 of them, you know. So I knew he was
Okay.
going to hit hard. I knew he was crazy, and I think what happened was like I didn't judge how far away he was. So I did like this. It's what we call a backwards L step, right? So I was trying to put myself in a position to kind of get him to go in the other direction. And when
Yeah.
I did that, he like came out with a 1-2, and I thought I was out of reach, and apparently I wasn't. So he hit me, and
Yeah.
I fell backwards. But I was with it after that punch. And like we've seen me fight Terrence McKinney. Like I'm okay with getting knocked down and rallying back and stuff like that. But it was it was those hammer fists to the side of my head that finished the deal.
Yeah. I mean, so you were out after two. 'Cause he hit you like 8 or 9. Like at
Oh
first, when it
yeah, no, I
first,
wasn't where I wasn't there for those guys.
did you feel him? Did you feel it, or was it just like numb?
No, I was like asleep, like black.
Oh wow, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But like, yeah, and so like let's talk about my chin. So it's like the weirdest thing to where I can get hit in the face and would be okay with it. Like I'm all right.
Yeah.
But like when punches start like, like punches or whatever hits me in the back of my head, they cause more damage. And so I don't know if it's like I'm just conditioned to like the front part of my face, but man, if somebody like hits me to the back of my head, it causes more damage, I think. So like
Yeah.
all the concussions I've received, it's because of like my back of the head was hit.
Were you hitting the back of the head against Frivola?
But no, I was with it with Frivola.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, so like I wasn't
I thought it was
asleep
a
with
weird
Frivola.
stoppage. I thought that was
Yeah,
a weird
no,
stoppage.
it was a weird stoppage, and like I was kind of upset afterwards, but no, like it was a combination of Herbola did like a Superman punch, and then like he hit me right on the button on the chin, and I fell backwards. But I was
Yeah.
still trying to fight from bottom, and then Frivola was just landing some good punches, and the ref thought I wasn't like intelligently defending myself, and like I
Yeah.
disagreed. Like it was a whole fiasco. But yeah, the only
Yeah.
times that I've lost consciousness was when I got hit, like in this area.
With
Which I'm not
Torres, yeah.
saying like Torres hit me in the back of the head like
Purpose.
illegally, because I think
Yeah.
it was on my ear, so it was more like the side of my head.
Yeah, I mean, like we've been talking about the lightweight division. Obviously, it's super stacked. We got Taporia coming up. We got Charles Oliveira still there. Gaethje, Poirier, Holloway, all the up and comers, the Tom Nolans, the Chase Hoopers who are making a run. How do you feel like this era of the lightweight division stacks up to the Khabib era or the Ferguson era, or just like the past generations of this lightweight division?
Yeah, I think right now we're kind of at like a transition period. I think all the guys that we love are kind of like getting up there in age,
Yeah,
and all these like new guys that are younger are like coming up, but they haven't established themselves yet. So I think we're transitioning over to like the new series of like lightweight contenders, lightweight like exciting, people.
yeah.
So like I'm just like you, like I'm just enjoying watching these guys coming up and making some noise, like Chase Hooper.
I mean, I feel like there's a reason why they call lightweight like the best division, the most stacked division. When we got like Chase Hooper's like what, 25 or something? He's not even that old.
Hmm.
And he's out here beating up Jim Miller for all 3 rounds, about to maybe get a ranked opponent, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, right. And so like, yeah, when there's talks about like me getting like ranked again, like I was like, damn, I have to go through all these monsters. So
Yeah.
so like I'm like, just give me some time. Like give me another veteran. Like we're gonna have one hell of a fight, right? And
Hmm.
then yeah, and then we'll see if we can, fight these up and comers again.
I was gonna say you should fight T Rex again, but then he got booked today against Borshev.
Oh yeah. Well, I think both those guys I would be interested in fighting, but then now they're fighting each other. Like
Yeah.
there's so many moving parts. I told the UFC I'd be ready for August. And so I think both those guys wanted to fight sooner than August. Um, you
Yeah.
know.
I know T Rex was meant to fight what's the name? Chris Duncan. I think that was like the thing. Like they both wanted it, but for whatever reason didn't
Oh
happen.
yeah. I wonder what Chris Duncan is doing. Like
You and Chris
maybe
Duncan, let's do
yeah,
it.
who knows?
You know, Chris Duncan's been doing really good too.
I mean, there was one guy who he just beat Jeremy Stevens from England. I forgot his name.
Oh, Mason Jones.
Dude, he looks incredible.
He's
Like,
good. He's good.
yeah. I mean, I'll fight anybody, but if that name comes across, I'm like, like that would suck. I
You and Jeremy Stevens, isn't he still on a UFC contract?
don't know. Didn't they sign him for like a one fight deal?
I hope not. I hope they sign him for like 5 fights. That'd be cool. I want it.
Dude, dude, yeah, me and Jeremy Stevens would be a banger.
Because I became a fan of UFC after he had left the UFC. So that was my first fight watching him fight live. So I was
Dude,
like,
wherever he's fighting, like if he was going over to bare knuckle boxing, I'll watch those too. Like he's so
yeah,
incredible.
he's so fun. Maybe after you're done with the UFC, bare knuckle boxing, you're mostly a boxer. That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool. I would have to talk to my family though. I don't know if
Yeah,
my
I don't know
wife would
how the
like that
family
very
feel about
much.
that, but
Dude, you come out of those looking like Chucky, just like cuts
yeah.
all over the place, and I don't know how my hands would hold up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an amateur boxer, so like as a joke, I was like, "Mom, if pro boxing don't work out, I could do bare knuckle boxing." She was like,
Yeah,
"No, no, 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 no," and I was like, "I think it'd be cool. Like, it's just the same thing as boxing, but like, it's better." And she's like,
yeah.
"No, no, 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 no. You're not doing bare knuckle, kid."
Dude, the joke with the UFC because I was like talking to the UFC and stuff like that about my next fight. I was like,
Yeah,
I gotta win my next fight, man. You guys gotta keep me out of bare knuckle boxing. Like, I'm trying to stay in the UFC so I don't have to.
you seen that one reporter, Oscar Willis, that did the bare knuckle thing like a year ago?
Wasn't he like covered in blood?
I don't believe so. I think he actually
Okay.
I think from the other fight, he beat up it was like two reporters, and Oscar Willis beat him up really badly. Oscar Willis is actually pretty good, I won't lie.
Hey.
And he's friends with like Dan Hooker and all that, so that's probably why.
Yeah, yeah. How about Dan Hooker's like was his amateur New Zealand tournament?
Oh, yeah, he
I
has
just
like
been
just
seeing him,
random people. He doesn't even have
dude.
pros.
Dude, that's amazing,
It's
right?
the funniest thing in the world.
Like where I came from. So like me and Anthony Smith like came up in the same area, like
Okay.
out in Nebraska, and we had these like Friday night fights that were like very similar. Just like anybody could fight, and like all these bunch of strange people were just like slinging hands at each other. It was the most entertaining thing in the world. Like I love watching high end UFC fights, but
Yeah,
nothing beats like a
a street
couple of
fight.
strangers just
Yeah.
swinging hard at each other.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Anthony Smith is such a legend too. He's such a good one. Like, I don't know why people hate him. Everybody keeps making fun of him because in his fights he ends up curling in a ball at some point in the fight. So everybody keeps making fun of him by that. But at the end of the day, he's just trying to defend himself. It's not like he's like just quitting. But I need to stop making
Yeah.
fun of Anthony Smith.
I mean, it's hard though, because like you have like the almost win against Anthony Smith, and so now you're expected to just be the gangster every single time, and
Yeah,
it's hard to keep up, you know?
yeah. There's you know who MMA Guru is?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
The dude with the red hair. Man, he was laughing so hard at Anthony Smith. I felt so bad because there's like a joke in this community that Anthony Smith like is like a quitter. He's not though. He just like I just think age got to him kinda. But like during the Zhang Ming Yang fight, Anthony Smith or MMA Guru was like, "Oh, Anthony Smith cut him with the elbow." He was like, And then like 5 seconds later, he's like, "Oh wait, no, Smith's bleeding off his bald head." And I started laughing. I was like, "Nah."
Dude, MMA Guru is kind of a dick. I mean, I pay attention somewhat, but man, some of his stuff like it's just super aggressive. Like he's the one that like started the Drew Dober fighting black people rumors and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
it's just
I've seen
awful.
that. I've seen that. I've seen that. That's not right.
I'm not a fan. It's like, dude, all those memes and stuff like that come across in my like DMs all the time, and I'm like, all right, I'm tired of this. Like,
Wait, you
let's
get
move
hate
on.
DMs over it?
Dude, all the time. And the person that sends it to me is like Neil Magny, my best friend. He goes, "You see this new one?" I'm like, dude, quit sending these to me.
No, I love Neil Magny. I had him on the channel a couple months ago. He's so nice.
Dude, I love Neil Magny. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he was a groomsman at my wedding. Like, we're close.
Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. I gotta show you this.
Oh, all right.
I was at the Jacksonville thing, and it was my first ever UFC event, and I saw Neil Magny, and I got him to sign his card.
Hey,
And it's not that good of a it's not that good of a view, but yeah, he got to sign
that's
this
all right.
card.
Yeah, but you got him to sign it in person though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I walked up to the barricade. I like ran over, and I was like, "Yo, please sign my card, please sign my card." He did. I was like,
Dude,
"Oh, let's
dude,
go."
one thing is getting a signed card, and the other thing is actually being there when they sign it. Like that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I tried at UFC Tampa with a couple fighters. Dude, the security guards are so rude.
Oh, tell me about it. Tell
I
me
know
about it.
they're
Like,
so rude.
but even the security guards, like, so like I love the fans. Like I always try to hang out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Security yelled at me for doing it. Like, you need to
really?
step back. Like, yeah. Because they're kind of like, I don't know what their problems are, but yeah,
Yeah,
man, they're
they yelled at Michael Johnson about it after he fought. Um, he took a picture of me, and the security told me no, but I was like, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I got a photo of him, and then they're like, Michael, you need to go, you need to go. He's like, hold on, let me get a photo with the kids.
yeah, yeah,
I
man.
was
We got
like,
like as fighters that love fans, like we got to argue with security all the time. But I think they're so used to like other fighters that like don't want to do it. Like, keep me away from them. Protect me, all that stuff. That like it kind of ruins it for us people that like, man, I'm just gonna jump in the crowd and hang out with you guys.
yeah, I mean, Aldo jumped in the crowd in Brazil.
Yeah,
That was a long time ago though, so I think probably times have changed.
yeah. I get a little weirded out. Like I'm a white boy. Like me jumping in the crowd in Brazil, I'd probably get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, Brazil's crazy. If you fight a Brazilian, they're not going even after
Dude,
the
it was
fight.
funny. Dude, it was funny. I fought in Brazil. It was one of the worst referee stoppages in the UFC history. And like on my walkout, I was fighting like the local guy. I was fighting the Brazilian, and like I just heard just a bunch of like yelling and all that other stuff. Making to the cage.
The Uva Mohe thing,
What?
the Uva Mohe thing, like the you will die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly.
that chant.
Yeah. Well, one of my cornermen that speaks like Portuguese, and he was like, "Yeah, you were getting some death threats." I was like, "Oh, I'm glad I don't know the language."
No, dude, I have like a small YouTube channel like for where I put my interviews and I live stream like the fight nights. I don't show the fights. I just like show my reactions.
Yeah,
And when Gilbert Burns was fighting, I learned like two sentences in Portuguese just like to cheer on Gilbert Burns. And apparently, like there's like a Portuguese person watching me, and they DM me, and they're like, "You cannot speak Portuguese if you don't know Portuguese. You fake and you like making fun of the language." I was like, "Bro, I literally had the Brazilian flag though." He's like, "Is that yours?" And I was like, "I bought it off Amazon." And they're like, "No, you can't do that. You gotta represent English." And I was like, "Oh, dang."
yeah. Well, I mean, the American fans like support everyone else. Like
Yeah, I was like,
that's my biggest thing. It's like I love fighting and going to other countries because like their fans like support their fighters like regardless, you
yeah,
know.
like
But
Brazil and
United
Russia,
States,
Brazil and Russia.
yeah. So like if Michael Chandler fights Conor McGregor, more Americans will support Conor McGregor than Chandler. It's like American fans like just don't care. Where like the Brazilian fans like it means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and like not a lot of people like Chandler. He cheats, so yeah. I mean, Poirier, dude, Poirier hates him so
Dude,
much.
I know, but like the thing is, like I know just as much as you guys, but like I'm over here like, why does everyone hate Chandler after they fight him? Like everybody that I know that's fought Chandler just like
Yeah,
hates him afterwards. I'm like, man, what is he doing?
Yeah, I think with Poirier, he was like fish hooking him. Dude, it was so bad. Blowing like I think it was blood in his mouth or something or in his eyes. It was so
Dude,
weird.
outrageous. But like the beautiful thing about fighting and like what I've learned is when you're in that octagon with another human, you truly find out who they are. Like you can talk trash, you can speak with confidence, you can do all this stuff. But when we're covered in sweat and blood with each other, like I learn who you are. Like that's who you are, bud. Like
We,
you'll never see me cheating. You'll ever see
yeah,
me knock out and get knocked out and get start laughing. So that's who I am.
yeah. I think you I remember for sure with Rafael Alves and you in 2022. I think you dropped him with a body shot and then you like literally started praying for him. I was like, bro, who couldn't love Drew Dober? I was like, dang, and you wanted me money on that fight too, so I was happy about it.
Well, there you go. Whatever you make, you send me that 10%.
I
No,
got
I'm
you,
just
I
playing.
got you, I got you. I'm gonna bet you on my, I'm gonna bet on you on my next fight, on your next fight.
Yeah. I mean, so like my big thing is in like before my last fight, I got to say it, but then now afterwards it's gonna mean even more. But we share the octagon with another opponent, but like we're both fighters. We both go through the same
Yep,
thing. And wins and losses like happen to all of us. And so, when I win by knockout, like I understand what he's going through. And so, losing by knockout sucks. And
yep.
so my job is over. I can like cheer and celebrate with my family, but I always want to, make them take a moment for, my opponents.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm addicted to MMA. Like I watch it 24/7. I go to sleep watching it. I wake up watching it. I'm so invested in it. Like I, f- dude, I got kicked out of a final exam in 10th grade because I brought a second phone, and I was like, bro, I'm gonna listen to an MMA fight to help me focus. And I put the phone in my lap, and I didn't think the teacher would see. So like while doing math, I was like watching the fight. I ended up getting kicked out the exam. Like I failed
Dude.
classes. I've failed classes over like press conferences and everything. Like my mom's like, bro, you need to chill. Like you need to do your schoolwork and come home. So like for me, like me personally, my dream is to become a UFC commentator. Cause I'm not getting put in no rear naked chokes. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tap immediately. Like I love MMA so much. I'm gonna start training it soon. I do boxing, but it's kind of boring. So I'm gonna start training MMA because I feel like it's just I love it so much.
Yeah. Well, man, just enjoy it. Enjoy it. And if like, yeah, just
Yeah,
fall in love with training. But I was doing the same thing with you. I mean, I'm gonna have to dust off these memories because I'm far older. But
yeah,
back in high school, like during break or anytime I was in front of a computer, I was on ShareDog.com. And I was like looking at records, looking at like who's breaking these records, who fought who, all that other stuff. And like that was in the era where I was obsessed with like Pride and K1 and yeah, no,
yeah.
I was obsessed. Yeah, I was like watching so many. But then I joined MMA and I had my first fight when I was a junior in high school.
Yeah, I mean and now it's so hard for me to study like the MMA fights because ESPN keeps taking out all these fights, bro. Like literally before my interviews, I'll watch like for example before your interview, I'd watch like your past fights, and I was like, oh, let me just watch like a couple Drew Dober fights. There's none. It's just like 1 minute clips. They take down all the fights because the UFC probably isn't gonna re-sign with them. I was like, bro, you gotta be
Yeah.
kidding me, bro.
I mean, so for me, the cool part was, and it's probably like, who
Yeah,
cares, how you feel about it, but the UFC Fight Pass, like bought out the rights of like this promotion that I used to fight for, like when I was like 17, 18 years old. So all my like 18, 19-year-old fights on
yeah,
UFC Fight Pass. Yeah, if you just Google my like, put my name in UFC Fight Pass and then just keep scrolling, you can see all my old ass fights when I was like 19 years old. And like,
yeah.
I don't know. For me, I'm like, damn, they still exist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have Fight Pass. I've been trying to get it, but the only problem is I don't know if you know this. If you have Fight Pass, can you watch like the upcoming pay-per-views, or is that only Pass?
That actually don't know. But who knows what's gonna happen? Because aren't they always like switching over to like Netflix or something like that?
I hope so. I really hope so because I need to watch these past fights. Like I can't watch no fights now.
Dude, I
Like
was,
they took down all the
I was trying to
pay-per-views.
watch my last fight, and they don't have it up on ESPN yet.
Yeah, they took it all down. They took it all down.
Dang, like yeah, because I'm just trying to watch me get knocked out again, and yeah, I can't find the fight
No,
anywhere. I'm like, man, it's probably best.
no, I feel that when I was in 10th grade, my friends had like a backyard thing. They did it in their garage. It was called the RFO. I didn't really know how to fight. So they was like, "You want to do it?" I was like, "Sure." I ended up getting TKO'd in like the second round. So like, people send me it and they're like, "Oh, remember this?" I'm like, "Yeah, leave me alone."
Yeah, can't forget that shit. So, well, I'm not undefeated. I have a couple losses on my record.
Yeah, I'm
We're in the
I'm 0
second
2.
digits in losses. So, yeah, I mean, I see it all. But at the end
Yeah,
of the day, who cares? Like,
yeah. I don't mind getting punched in the face either. I kind of like it. It's funny to me.
yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
yeah.
know
If
what
you
it
find
is.
it
It's just like,
exactly, like if you have fun doing it, just keep on doing it. Like, who
yeah, my
cares?
friends are like,
And the thing is, yeah, I mean, only boxers care about undefeated records.
yeah,
So,
I don't. I'll take 100 losses. I don't care as long as as long as I knock somebody out eventually, I'm cool with it.
yeah, I mean, the coolest guy in the lightweight division is Dustin Poirier, and man, he has like a
He's been
lot of losses
TKO'd.
too. Like, who cares?
Yeah,
You know, Gaethje got knocked out against Holloway, and I still want to see Gaethje fight. Like,
yeah, Gaethje, head kick Poirier. Everybody still loves Poirier. It don't matter.
dude, yeah, no one cares. Like,
Yeah,
the problem with this game is like you roll the dice, and sometimes you like get some snake eyes.
yeah,
There's some luck involved, and to get rid of the luck, you got to start fighting like a Dagestani, and that's not fun.
yeah. Dagestanis are they're lame, lame. I
Exactly.
did.
Yeah.
I didn't like Dagestanis before, but once Islam did that to Poirier, I was like, yeah, now you gonna have to get knocked out. So
Yeah. Oh, so here's my little insider note. Like, so when I fought Islam, the thing that upset me the most was
yeah,
like, I mean, he took me down in the first round, laid on me, and like, he went for an armbar. I escaped the armbar and stuff like that, and it was like for me, it was kind of fun. But that
yeah,
second round, he took me down again, and I got full guard back, and I was like, oh, I got full guard, and then I
yeah.
felt him, and I heard him go, "Ah," and I went, wait, you're trying to fight me to a decision, aren't you? Like he wasn't trying to finish me. And I was like, oh man, like, and so that was the thing that bothered me the most. Like, if you're gonna fight me, like, try to like finish me.
Yeah.
Don't just try to sit in my guard and be okay with it.
At least Islam's kind of exciting nowadays. Like he's not totally boring nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, when he put out Oliveira in like that first round, and then now he's like choking people out in the first rounds. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
he's definitely more exciting. Is he more exciting than Khabib? So I think Khabib
I
was
think so.
also
I
I
think
think I
so.
think Khabib was kind of a like mentally unstable. Like he was like
Yeah,
talking shit to Connor as he was hitting him. So that was kind of fun.
yeah. I'm gonna need Jack Della. I'm gonna need you to KO Islam though. Like we got to get back for what he did to Poirier because that ain't gonna
Yeah.
slide.
I'll be honest, I don't think Islam's gonna be losing anytime soon. Like I think
Yeah, I think he's
Volkanovski got
beating
as
Jack
close
Della.
as possible, but man, Islam is just he's something special.
At this
Yeah,
point, we
people.
might as well just do Pereira versus Islam. Let's just get it out the way, bro. Because ain't nobody else gonna beat Islam.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
People
Buckley
keep
could.
on
I hope
asking me
Buckley.
like, they keep asking like, yeah, you want to fight for that title? And I was like, I already fought Islam, and it kind of sucked. So like, I don't know if I want to do that again. If Oliveira wins the title, then yeah, I'll do that. If Taporio wins the title, then yeah, that sounds great.
Oh my
But
God,
like
you and
Islam
Tapoya
was
would be
like,
crazy.
yeah, I was like, I don't know if I want to waste my time for that again.
Yeah, you and Ilya would be insane though.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
need
I'm
that
such a
fight.
fan of him.
We need that fight eventually.
Yeah, so let me get back in that win column. Let me get a couple knockouts, and we'll start talking about me and like the top guys.
Let's put Ilya on a 3-fight losing streak. Let's get you like 3 wins, and then y'all can meet in the top eight. Like we can do that. Top eight,
Dude,
top
but
10.
like if I'm gonna be real, like so it gets really hard. I'm gonna start dropping some names. Usman, Gilbert Burns, Israel Adesanya. Unfortunately, me like we're all on 3-fight losing streaks. Paul Craig is also one of them. On three
Cejudo, I
fight losing
think
streaks.
Cejudo.
Yeah, because
Cejudo,
man,
yeah.
we fight to the standard. We get way up here, and then like all right, we drop one, and we got to start getting our confidence back. But like you can only fight like these top guys, and so I mean,
Yeah,
how Usman is on a 3-fight losing streak blows my mind. But
that's insane to me.
but if you got a name underneath you, you can only fight like killers, and so it's so hard. So like you drop one, you got to drop a couple because you're fighting like the cream of the crop every single time.
Yeah, Usman's about to be on a 4-fight losing streak because Buckley's about to beat him up.
Oh, you think so?
I love Buckley. I love Buckley so much, man. I live in Tampa, so I was at his thing with Colby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came to my boxing gym. It was so crazy. He came to my boxing gym for an open workout, and then right after we did like an in-person interview for like 20 minutes. That was crazy. That was like a legendary
Yeah.
moment for me. I was like, Buckley's right here.
Yeah, no,
That was
I
dope.
love Buckley, and I ran into him. I think it was in like Kansas City during the fights, and yeah,
Oh,
we're
for
we're talking
Ian,
about possibly training together.
the Ian fight, the Ian protest thing.
I think so. Was that it? Was
Yeah,
that in Kansas City?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, so me and Buckley were talking about training with each other. I was like, yeah, man, like that would be so much fun. But he's all the way up in St. Louis.
yeah. You're in Denver, right? Denver.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not that bad. It's a bit, but it's not that bad.
yeah. I just like training up at altitude, so that way it
Yeah,
gets me better prepared. You know.
I need it. Who knows? Maybe I'm about to move out soon. About to be turning 18. About to move out soon. Maybe I move to Denver. You
I
can teach me
mean,
how to do MMA.
if you do, you let me know. Like we'll get some hands going.
Yeah, you gotta teach me how to wrestle though, because I know how to box. I know how to kickbox. I know how to do taekwondo. I don't know how to kickbox, but I need to learn
I
how to
don't.
wrestle.
I was about to say, have you seen my fights? Like, I don't think I'm the guy that's to show you wrestling. I know how
Oh, that's
to,
true. That's true. That's true.
but
That's
I'm sure
true.
there's better guys for you.
Yeah, I was on Tapology. I was trying to find what gym you train at, and I found the gym. I forget what it's called. Not Team Elevation. The other one in Denver. It didn't even have your name on it. I was like, oh wait, so it must be Team Elevation. That one did have your name on it. I was like, what is happening?
Well, so Colorado gets weird because like it doesn't have like one strong gym. You know,
Yeah,
like you go to Florida, you got American Top Team. You know, you go to like these places, they have like their top gym. Where
yeah.
Colorado is like we have a ton of athletes that all like bounce around. So like what gym do they train at? Like all of them. And so in 1 week, I train at 5 different gyms.
Oh
So
wow,
it yeah, so it's
that
really
must be a
hard to
lot of
like
membership
plan one.
money.
Yeah, no, tell me
That's a
about it.
lot.
That's where
That's a
that's where
lot of
all my
membership.
fight money goes is to these damn memberships.
Wait, so how do you pick your corner?
I have these guys that I stick with, and so
Oh, okay.
each one of my coaches like have their own gym. So like if I want striking, I go to his gym. If I want wrestling, I go to his gym. And then there's like a sparring gym I go to. There's actually 2 or 3 sparring gyms I go to.
Yeah.
And so I live in my car pretty much.
Oh wow. Damn, I wouldn't mind living in my car. Well, not. It got to be like one of the vans. I can't live in a car, but
Yeah, I mean, there's a time
is it
like if
like
you
a
want to be
small
a
car?
fighter, you're gonna have to live in your car at some time. I lived in my car.
Is it a small car that you live in, or is it like one of them like Fords, the F one
Oh,
fifty
me? No,
things?
I got a small ass car.
Dang, how you fit all that stuff in there?
I mean, you prioritize what you need.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah.
But yeah, no,
Dang, this is
when I was 20 years old, trying to be like a professional fighter, like I was living in my car for a little bit. And so yeah, if you want to be a fighter, there's a long internship. And so just be prepared at there's sleeping on a mattress.
yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna become maybe I'll do a couple MMA like amateur things, but I want to become a UFC commentator. I think that'd be cool
There you go. Yeah,
because
make that money.
someone needs to get Joe Rogan off the desk, bro. We need to get him out of here, bro.
Oh, he's getting old,
He's,
so just
he's
wait for
commentating,
him to
so.
die, you know?
His commentating is so annoying. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I love all the other commentators but him.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, you're in competition with me because I want to be a commentator as well. So,
For UFC,
I mean, yeah, UFC would be fun, but I definitely would like I would commentate with like LFA or like smaller promotions. My thing is like, yeah, whatever I'm doing after fighting, I'm going to be coaching and commentating.
dang, that means I'm gonna have to compete
Yeah,
with you for the job.
that's it. That's it. We're both in the
No,
running,
dang, I'm gonna lose
both throwing
that.
in our resumes.
I'm gonna lose that. They're gonna take you over me. You got so much more experience.
I don't know, man. You got better YouTube stuff than I do, so I might be a
Oh
close
yeah,
race.
we're about to hit 100 subscribers. We're about it.
That's
I've been
it. That's it.
inconsistent
Yeah.
because of high school.
I don't have any YouTube stuff, so
Yeah,
who knows? Who knows?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. I got one more question for you, man. What is your message for all the Drew Dober fans that have supported you and watched you throughout your career? And what can we expect from you in 2025, both inside and outside the octagon?
But yeah, we're getting another one. Like we're fighting again. So, don't jump off the bandwagon quite yet because yeah, the next one's gonna be even more exciting. I'm fighting for my job. And yeah, the entertainment value of my fights are only gonna go up.
Sir, y'all, that was episode 30, interview number 30. UFC lightweight veteran Drew Dober as the guest. Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. You enjoy yourself.
Thank you. You too. Have a nice one.